Overwhelm in life and money management. Overwhelm, something I'm all too familiar with. Before we discuss it, I want you to know that overwhelm is not a character flaw or a moral failing. From time to time, we all get overwhelmed, but when it becomes constant, it impacts every area of life: work, home, relationships, and yes, even our finances. It's like a looming deadline at the office, rushing to get your child from school or aftercare, a never ending to do list at home, the constant noise and the distractions of modern life. Overwhelm quickly takes its toll on our physical and mental health. Hi, I'm Eva, and I'm the founder of Fierce Rich Money. And after 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. Well, I got out of debt before using my plan, and I'm doing it again. So this channel is about normal ways of getting out of debt, not the extreme ways that litter the internet. All right, so we all know how horrible it is with overwhelm. So let's talk about it and how it affects our finances and our life. And then we'll cover some ways to deal with it and manage it. I will share my own personal story and what I did to help myself work through it. And FYI, it doesn't fully go away, okay? You just learn to deal with it so it happens less. All right, so for me, I had to learn to recognize it and to learn it's not normal to live like that. I had to remind myself it is not a character flaw or moral failing, all right? I thought that living in that heightened constant state of like flight or fight was normal, and I never told anyone when I was feeling overwhelmed, and it turns out it's not normal. The first time I let someone else know that I was like overwhelmed was while in IKEA. Love the meatballs, hate the rat maze, and I just started melting down in there. And I needed to get out, but I couldn't figure out how to get out. That store is a nightmare. So I did get out. But it was the beginning of admitting that I get overwhelmed, and I also can't handle like sensory overload, which I never knew. So common symptoms of overwhelm include a persistent state of stress, constant anxiety, irritability, difficulty focusing, physical symptoms like headaches and muscle tension, avoidant behavior, and emotional exhaustion. And these impact the person's daily functioning and overall well-being. It's like you're stuck in flight or fight mode. And left unchecked, it really can have serious consequences on our health and our well-being, leading to increased risks of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. So why do we get overwhelmed, and sometimes it seems so easily? Well, factors include excessive responsibilities, high expectations, sensory overload from the constant digital stimulation, unresolved past traumas, and biological factors like neurological and hormonal imbalances. So, excessive responsibility. If you're a single mom, you know the struggle is real. You are balancing work and family life. You are already stretched so thin. You are juggling everything. High expectations. These can be self-imposed or imposed by others in our lives who expect us to know everything, including things we have never done before. And that constant pressure to perform, to achieve, and unrealistic goals create a feeling of inadequacy and make us feel like we're never doing enough or we're not good enough. We've been there. sensory overload. So there is so much information out there and notifications and visual stimuli. It is a nightmare for people like me, and it makes life a challenge to maintain focus and control. Unresolved past traumas can make a minor stressor into a major meltdown. And you know what? There are also biological factors. So neurological and hormonal imbalances can give us anxiety and depression and even OCD. So this is where money and finances come in. While you're feeling overwhelmed, it becomes difficult to maintain a sense of control over your finances, right? You started out with the best intentions, you budgeted, everything is like spelled out clearly, and then the overwhelm hits, and suddenly you're missing payments, you're binge shopping, you're not budgeting. So, what can we do? All right, first, admit you get overwhelmed. Start recognizing potential triggers. I stay out of IKEA unless I'm in the right headspace and craving meatballs. Acknowledge and accept your feelings. They are valid. You're allowed to feel that way. Don't let someone else tell you you can't. That'll help you develop coping strategies. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself and what are your triggers. Two other big triggers for me are time management and unrealistic expectations. I'm convinced I can do something in a short amount of time and it'll be perfect, even if I've never done it before. So that's when the downward spiral starts. And it's a shame spiral, just so you know. I needed to develop strategies to manage my time, my energy, my thoughts, my financial resources, so I can regain control. So here are a few things you can do to cope with overwhelm. Pause and breathe. Slow down your breathing. That helps reduce stress and anxiety. Meditation, you know what? Any kind of meditation. All you need is a comfortable seat, the ability to count. Count from 0 to 10, or 10 to 0, or 10 to 1, or 5 to 1, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just sit, close your eyes, breathe, count. Simple. List it out. Write down what's causing the overwhelm. This could also help you organize and prioritize tasks. Disconnect. Shut off notifications. Put the device down. This will help with sensory overload. Protect your energy. Say no when you have to. And no is a complete sentence. All right? Physical activity, a workout is great, but even just a simple walk around the block will do wonders for your head. Self-care activities that bring you joy and relaxation, journaling, hobbies, and it doesn't have to be a spa day, although that's nice too. You need to boost your emotional resilience. Seek support. Trusted friends, mental health professionals can help. CBT therapy. Develop a gratitude practice. Focus on the good in your life because I promise you there is so much good. You just got to know, you just got to look. So here's what worked for me. I finally acknowledged that I get overwhelmed in life and that it's not a character flaw or moral failing. Sometimes we have people in our lives who don't allow us to make mistakes, and that realization really opened the floodgates for me. I have a lot of balls in the air. Cut me some slack, and instead of criticizing constantly, help. Like, seriously, just help. I started setting boundaries. I didn't engage with people who sapped my energy. Like, that was like the biggest thing for me. I started setting realistic expectations. Um, you I'm working really hard on my time management, and that's been the toughest one for me. Like, what do you mean I can't do all that in 20 minutes? Uh, I still have moments where I'm convinced I can do every project in 20 minutes. I have a long list of things I need to get done on a daily basis. Then I get overwhelmed and don't do any of it and feel horrible and feel shame. So all this really hit home with this channel. The channel started to overwhelm me, and I would tell myself how I'm going to upload 3 videos a week, a weekly newsletter, live Zoom calls, update the website, add a blog, moderate a community, all while creating new content and working full time, and also taking care of my son. Oh, and also go out because I do like to socialize. Yeah. So, videos alone are so time consuming. It's not just like writing out the script. You have to film it. You have to edit it. You have to create a thumbnail. You have to upload it. Do you know how long that takes? And I'm not a professional. Like, it's just me. Oh, then there's posting on social media and marketing, and the shame spiral started. I enjoyed creating this channel and I love helping people. That's so important to me. But I started putting too much pressure on myself. Like, it was bad. So I decided for my own mental health, it's going to be 1 video a week. And the only social media will be like Instagram and Facebook because you can like do both at the same time. Possibly TikTok. I don't know. But I can't do all the social medias. It's time to put ourselves and our mental health first. There are some great resources online. Be sure to check them out if you need help. And I will see you next week, all right? Still trying to figure out what day I should post. I was thinking Wednesdays. So you tell me, like, list it in the comments. What day do you think is the best day for me to upload? And yeah, we'll see if that works. All right. So if you have any topics you want me to cover, please put them in the comments. I, would love that. And that's it. Enjoy the week. I will see you next week. And thanks for watching until the end. I appreciate it.